The successful TV series Thapki Pyaar Ki constantly made to give goosebumps to the observers with its never-finishing dilemma way and revealed the essential crux of the presentation is to showcase in the newest episodes that, Monty makes dogs keep running close Bani to hurt her. Thapki covers Bani. Bihaan races to spare them. Where in the latest episode, Amma Maayi turns out and sits on her seat. Kesar touches her feet and takes her favors. Amma Maayi tells Thapki and others this is Kesar, her senior bahu, and says now your little girl will get great values, our Kesar bahu will show her great qualities. Vasu gets some information about in this age. Thapki says one can give great qualities to a little girl additionally, and says this age is of children is to think about. Amma Maayi says what your little girl will do by contemplating and advises that she needs to stay and kick the bucket here as it were. Bihaan says I was noiseless till now as you are a lady, and requests that her tell where is his little girl. He calls Bani and tries to go inside. Goons stop him by keeping weapon. Thapki folds her hands and requests that they let them take Bani. Bihaan battles with the goons. Amma Maayi discharge projectile in air and focuses at Bihaan. She reveals to her exchange and asks Bihaan how could he to battle in her home. She calls Prince. Ruler brings Bani. Bihaan calls her. Amma Maayi requests that Bihaan get Bani on the off chance that he can. Bihaan grabs firearm from her hand and requests that her turn back. He then keeps weapon in her grasp and says I have the quality to consume this world and your family can consume additionally, yet I came here to get my little girl and not to execute others. Thapki goes to Bani and embraces her. She requests that her come. Bihaan says I will see who will stop her now. Bani falls because of chain in her feet. They see the anchor associated with the rope as Kesar's better half begin the jeep. Bani is pulled by the chain and rope. Bihaan gets the rope and prevent Bani from pulling by the rope. Blood turns out from his hand. Kesar's significant other Monty tells that no one can decline his mum's requests and Bihaan can't take her little girl. Investigator comes there with Dhruv. Dhruv requests that inspector capture them. Amma Maayi grins. Overseer touches her feet and welcome her. He requests that her leave the young lady and says I am asking for you to leave this young lady. Monty and Prince get irate in Inspector. Monty prevents Inspector from coming towards Bani. Sovereign says Amma Maayi didn't state yes till now. Monty stammers and says you are attempting to show us law and says our law is Amma Maayi. Amma Maayi says we haven't constrained the young lady and says her mum Thapki left the young lady here. She plays the recording in which Thapki requested that Amma Maayi take her little girl in her home and give her asylum, and says I give all of you rights, my in-laws' home is a damnation and requests that her give her great bringing and says you are her mum at this point. Bani is stunned. Thapki says she is a liar. I haven't said this. Vasu tells that Thapki can't state this. Dhruv requests that her leave Bani. Examiner inquires as to why did you call me here, this is a solid confirmation. Bihaan says this evidence is a lie. Overseer leaves welcoming Amma Maayi. Bihaan says you can make him go, yet not me. Amma Maayi inquires as to whether they need to see her alive else she will execute Bani.